Hi, everyone. This is Elizabeth Johnson of Gatesbridge Company. And today I have my guest, Todd Powell, President and CEO of Vacations by Rail. Welcome, Todd.
Thanks, EJ. Thanks for having me on your show today. It's great to be here.
For everybody listening, Todd and I have been working together for many, many years on rail travel, and he is the person and the company that can tell you everything you need to know about rail around the world. So, with that, maybe we could start by just kind of introducing Vacations by Rail to the audience.
Vacations by Rail, we are really the specialists in rail travel. Whether someone wants to travel to Canada, Europe, Asia, Vacations by Rail has the widest variety of rail packages available. And our goal of Vacations by Rail is really to work with our clients, work with you to develop packages that best suit your clients' needs, so that when they have a rail experience, it meets and exceeds their expectations.
So, just to confirm, then, you actually can aggregate everything together. So it's not necessarily just the point to point rail, but actually you can combine the experience with the activities in destination and the hotels and so forth. So it's one stop shop.
Exactly. When someone wants to travel, let's say to Canada, for example, the rail experience, it's really kind of the linchpin of that trip. And then we package around the hotels, the attractions, the sightseeing, so that people have a seamless experience and they can integrate the rail portion of their trip with the hotels and sightseeing.
Todd, rail is continuing to increase in popularity around the world, and I think sometimes here in the U.S. we tend to think about it as Amtrak or going across the country, and or Canada, because Canada's kind of close to home for us here. But why do you think rail is such a great experience globally?
Well, so rail really gives people an opportunity to um, slow down their travel and really get to experience, and it sounds a little bit cliche, the journey rather than just the destination. And so as people look for new and exciting and interesting travel experiences, I think people are starting to look at rail as a way really to connect, whether it's with their fellow travelers or with people and the culture of the countries that they're traveling with. So, if you think about rail, and when you go to take a rail journey, I really look at it as the kind of the last accessible adventure, meaning that when you get on the train and this adventure, once the train departs the station, it really, the adventure reveals itself over the course of the journey, over the miles of tracks. And I think that's what's really exciting about rail travel, and how people are starting to say, hey, this is really the way I want to see Europe, for example. I think Europe's a great way to incorporate rail into a vacation experience, because it gives you an opportunity to see the beauty of the landscape, to interact with some of the local people who may just be taking some of those trains as a means to get to work or to travel to see their family or friends. So it really puts you in touch with the culture, and it really gives you an opportunity to have kind of a slow down experience and really appreciate the journey.
Well, and you just returned from Switzerland on a product development trip, and I know I think you just got off the plane, but we'd love to know how is the experience? How is the system in Switzerland as Switzerland's becoming, more and more popular, and how does that connect?
So, so Switzerland's rail system is this magnificent system that really incorporates not only the trains but other forms of transportation, whether it's a postal bus or a gondola or a cog railway. They're really integrated. And it's interesting. I did just get back. I was in Gstaad, Switzerland, for a product development trip in a marketplace where I could meet with some of the suppliers to come up with really, great product ideas and travel experiences for our customers. And I was talking with one of the people who works at the Swiss travel system, which is really incorporates the railroads, the lake cruises, and the gondolas and the postal buses, and integrates it in so that you can just kind of use these Swiss travel passes and use all those services. And I asked him about that. What is it about rail in Switzerland? And he said that the rail system in Switzerland is really a part of the Swiss culture, in that the rail systems have been developed, in the 1800s, and it has just been part of the way that the Swiss people really kind of are used to traveling, and really the whole system using public transportation as a means of exploring Switzerland is not only something that that people that travel there do, but it's what the Swiss people actually do. So it has some of the most magnificent rail journeys that anyone could hope for when you go to visit a country. There's a number of these panoramic routes, whether it's the Glacier Express from St. Moritz to Zermatt, or the Bernina Express from Chur to Tirano, Italy, or the Golden Pass that'll take you between Montreux and Interlaken and Lucerne. So there's some fabulous routes in there, and you can do some of those in just a few hours, and just really pass mountains and lakes, and then get off in city center or in a small Swiss village and connect up to a small mountain town using a cog railway. It's really magnificent. And for Vacations by Rail and our customers, we offer this wide variety of packages for people that want to go to explore Switzerland, whether it's something like your clients might appreciate, where it's historic hotels incorporated with these magnificent journeys and sightseeing, and then or escorted tours, where we can take people in small groups, or of maybe 20 to up to 50, where we can do these trains and have a guide along with the whole time. So Switzerland really is kind of the quintessential rail destination. I think when people think about traveling by rail in Europe, Switzerland always comes to mind. It really has it all. It has the lakes, the mountains, magnificent rail system that just runs. It just runs on time. It's really and even the dome cars, even for public transportation, they have these like panoramic cars, so that you can enjoy the scenery all the way through. I mean, anybody who takes this would just fall in love with it. And then when you arrive in these mountain towns, whether it's Davos or St. Moritz or Zermatt or Gstaad, these are towns that have really over the years have been synonymous with upscale travel and luxury. So I think that anybody who takes these trips will just be blown away by the level of service and of luxury, depending on the hotel accommodations or the villages that they stay in. So right. It really is it really is remarkable. And when you get to these towns, they're small, right? And they're great. Then they're all about being outside and enjoying the outdoors. So for when you mention families, we have packages we can put together using the Swiss travel the Swiss travel system and the Swiss Rail Pass, where they're perfect for families, because the children actually under the age of 16 travel for free when you have for each full paying adult on the Swiss Travel Pass. When you work with us at Vacations by Rail, we have a wide selection of hotels that we can work with you to put together hotels at the level that your customers are looking for basically any budget. And then we'll work to put together, does it make sense to have the Swiss Travel Pass or purchase point-to-point tickets in between these destinations? And we can even work with you if you have the Swiss Travel Pass, for example. Kind of this new service that they're doing with the Swiss Railroad is that you can have your luggage delivered from let's say the Zurich airport to your hotel, so that you don't even have to carry it on the train with you. And so there's depending on the town that you're going, there's times where you can even check your luggage right through to Zurich, and then it'll get on the train and then meet you at your hotel. So once you check it in the United States, depending on the airline you're using, it could actually end up in your hotel in Switzerland when you arrive at your first night. So we could work with you to put all that together.
Okay, well, sign me up. I'm ready to do that. I want somebody to get my bags from point A to point B for sure. Just a couple other things before we have to go. Typical number of days. I know a lot of my clients are kind of limited to the 10 to 12 day mark. Is that something doable for Switzerland? And my follow-up question to that is is there an opportunity, depending on the length of time, of course, to combine Switzerland with another destination in Europe?
A lot of our trips that we have in Switzerland, they can go as high as 11 days, but I would say on average we're putting people in Switzerland for about 8 days. But that, I think, maybe because of the nature of vacations by rail, probably is above average, right? Because for people that are going to Switzerland, you can do some of the highlights in Switzerland and then incorporate it with, let's say, Italy. I think is a perfect example of a great destination to tie into to Switzerland. You could do three nights or 4 nights in Switzerland, and then maybe go down into Italy and spend some time in Lake Como, or connect down into Milan, and then from there you can branch out into other destinations. And by train, it's all very easy to do. So if you're going to go, let's just take the Bernina Express, for example, out of Chur in Switzerland, and you can take that train, and I just did this a year ago this past January, took the whole route into Tirano, Italy, and now you're in Italy, and from there it's an easy connection to Lake Como or into Milan. And so there's a lot of opportunities, and I think working together with you can find out what your clients want to do. You call our rail specialists up, and then we can customize a package that'll give your clients exactly what they want to do, whether it's incorporated with Italy or they want to incorporate it with Germany or France. I mean, it's all very doable, particularly using the rail system.
Okay, great. So lots of options. And so I look forward to that. It's been wonderful in working with you on some of the other destinations. And I think Europe is so popular. So I think with that, you've given us some great information today. Definitely sparked some new interest, and we'll definitely be looking out for some packages to share with my audience. And so we'll get back on that and hopefully get that announced in the coming weeks.
Yeah, absolutely, Jay. And then your client should look out for an exclusive offer just for them when they're booking through you, because having you as a frontline person talking to your clients and educating them on the benefits of travel and the benefits of rail travel, it really helps. And we know we know that the service you provide your clients and how important it is for you to work with companies who are going to provide that same level of service. And that's what we strive to do at Vacations by Rail. So whether your clients are going to Europe or going to Canada or looking to travel in the United States or Asia, we look forward to working with you and helping your clients have a very memorable rail vacation.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much for taking time. I know you're recovering from jet lag right now, so I will let you go, and we'll be in touch. So thanks a lot for your time today.
Thank you, EJ.
Okay, bye-bye.